Hey there, welcome. It's Christina Johnson here, a transformational nutrition coach and founder of the Emerge Weight Loss Method. And I am here today to talk about the top 5 things that I will not do as a health coach. Just to give you a better idea of whether or not you resonate with my approach and my philosophy to weight loss. I was talking with someone recently who asked me what I do for a living, and so I told her I'm a health coach, and she asked me, what company I work for or what products I sell. And I get why she asked that question. There are a lot of health coaches out there, and we all take different approaches. And not to say one is good, one is bad, but I do feel like there's no common definition of what a health coach does, how they're trained, or how they help you. And so that's why I just wanted to take this opportunity, kind of in a fun way, to tell you what I won't do, so you get a better idea of whether or not you're in the right place and learning from someone who you agree with their approach. And so just, I guess, a quick little background information. So I actually was a teacher. So I went to school to be a teacher. I taught for 5 years. And then I got my master's in counseling. And so I worked as a school counselor for 9 years. So I definitely get to bring some of that counseling background into my coaching, which I love. And then I went to the Institute of Transformational Nutrition for my health coach training. And in that school, we really focused on taking a holistic approach, looking at the mind, the body, and the spirit. So it's what we eat, but also the psychology of eating. And so that's kind of the approach and the foundation that I take. And not everyone does that approach. And so let me just go through this list of 5 things that I won't do to give you a better idea. And I'm just curious, have any of you ever worked with a health coach before? Just put a 1 in the comments if you have worked with some kind of health coach in the past. I'm also curious if you've worked with a nutritionist, because that is, a slightly different type of resource as well. So put a 2 in the comments if you've worked with a nutritionist before. Okay, so let's jump in. So the first thing that I will not do as a health coach is I am not here to sell you prepackaged foods. No diet foods, no diet pills or shakes or anything like that. That is not what I do. I am here to help you learn how to create your own healthy, clean eating lifestyle. And so number 1, I don't want you relying on having to buy these foods or pills that I provide for the rest of your life. I want to give you the skills to go to the grocery store, to buy normal foods, and to use those normal foods to prepare your own meals, or to learn how to choose healthy options when you're at restaurants or other social events. So I don't sell any kind of prepackaged diet food or diet pill or anything like that. The other reason why I don't is that I want to help you eat less processed food. Because just because there's some food that's a diet food, it might be low in calories or low in fat, but that doesn't mean that it's actually healthy. It doesn't mean that it actually has the nutrients your body needs to get rid of cravings and to feel full and to not want more sugar. And so that's why that is not a part of my health coaching practice. Now, I will say, people often ask, like, what kind of protein powder can I use? And, is there a good multivitamin? I give recommendations on that, so full transparency, but that's not a requirement or even like a core foundation of what I do. So that's number 1. The second thing that I will not do as a health coach is I won't ask you to count calories, points, carbs, grams of fat, anything like that. And, again, the reason is I find that a lot of people who've been struggling with dieting for a while, they feel like they're thinking about food all the time. So they feel like they're constantly thinking about what they can eat or what they shouldn't eat or how much they can eat. And, if I don't eat much for breakfast and lunch, then I can splurge more at dinner. And so it just becomes this thing where they're constantly thinking about food. And I've also talked to people who have successfully counted calories or points or whatever for a while, but then as soon as they stop doing it, because they don't want to do it for the rest of their life, as soon as they stop, then they start eating more and the weight comes back on. And so my goal as a health coach is to help you figure out how much to eat, by listening to your own body signals. So we work on getting your hunger hormones working properly through clean eating and balancing your blood sugar. And then I teach you how to use the hunger scale, how to listen to what your body needs and to follow that. I think the other issue is that for most diets, we start to believe that the diet or the program or the expert knows better than what we do as what's best for our body. So we think, well, the diet says I can only eat 1,200 calories, and even though I'm hungry because I had a hard workout, I can't. And so part of what I want to do is to help you trust what your body is telling you and listening to that instead of feeling like you have to always count calories. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, the third thing that I won't do in my practice is I don't expect all of my clients to follow the exact same plan. And I mean, the big reason for this is that we are all so different. You know, it really depends on things like your age, your season of life, if you're premenopausal or menopausal, or if you're younger. It depends on how active you are. It depends on just your genetic predisposition and your metabolism. There's so many factors that go into what's going to work best for you and how much food your body requires that I just can't give you a one-size-fits-all plan. It's not realistic. Plus, there's other factors, like, for example, my body right now does not tolerate a high amount of carbs, so I do better with fewer carbs. But then I have other clients who do really well and feel really good on a higher carb diet. Or, you know, there's certain foods like nightshades, for example, which is peppers and tomatoes and eggplants. For many people, those are great healthy foods that have good nutrients. But for other people, those foods can cause inflammation and joint pain and different issues like that. So again, I can't give everyone the same plan because we're all different. And then too, if you think about it, you know, some people have a more limited grocery budget. Some people have more time to cook. Other people have less time to cook. Some people are feeding a whole family and they don't want to, you know, cook 2 different meals. They want one meal their whole family can enjoy. And so that's why I'm a firm believer there's not a one-size-fits-all plan or approach that will work for everyone. And so what I want to do is to help you create your personalized eating plan based on the foundations of the Emerge Clean Eating Plan. We'll tweak it and help you personalize it so that it fits you and your lifestyle and helps you reach your health and weight loss goals. Okay, number 4, the fourth thing I won't do is I'm not going to tell you exactly what you can and cannot eat. And I don't know if you've ever been to some kind of health professional who's like given you a list of foods and said, okay, here, this is what you can eat, this is what you need to stay away from. I think this is a problem for a couple of reasons. Number 1, again, it trains us to stop listening to our body. We need to figure out what works best for us and our body, and we can't always just follow this one-size-fits-all list. But then also, what I find for a lot of people is if you are told you can never eat ice cream again, then what happens? I mean, usually it makes us want ice cream more. And so what I want to do is to help you work with the way your brain is wired, and we're going to help you create a plan that you are in charge of. Because when you are in charge, when you decide, okay, these are my boundaries, these are my guidelines, it's so much more empowering. And research shows you are so much more likely to stick with it when you feel like you are making the choice. When you're not feeling like I can't have that because my diet said I can't, but when you feel like you're choosing, I just don't eat that because I chose not to, it's a much more empowering place to come from, and people are more likely to stick with it then. Okay, then the last thing that I will not do as a health coach is I'm not only going to focus on what you eat. So it's so interesting in coaching sessions sometimes we'll be talking about like relationship issues, or we'll talk about stress at someone's job, or all these other things, and they'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, I know this isn't about food. And I'm always like, it's okay, because The thing is, there are reasons why you're eating when you're not actually hungry. There's reasons why you're wanting to go for the comfort food and to just eat anything in sight at the end of the day. And the relationship issues and the stress and all of those other things, those are important. We can't just focus on, okay, this is what you need to eat. We need to look at you as a whole person. We need to look at what's going on emotionally and physically and mentally and spiritually. And when we look at all the areas, then we get to a deeper, longer lasting solution for you. And so that's what we focus on. We don't focus on just here's what to eat, but it's all the reasons why you eat what you eat, and how do you change some of those habits and patterns? How do you deal with the stress and the hard times in life so that you can stick with eating healthy consistently and don't eat because of your feelings? So hopefully that all makes sense. If you have any questions, put it in the comments. And then also, if this approach resonates with you, if you feel like this is what you need to help you create a clean and mindful eating lifestyle that you can stick with long term, I would love to chat more with you personally about this. So I'd be happy to offer you a complimentary consultation where we can talk about what's going on for you specifically. What are you struggling with? And then we'll look at what you've tried before and what hasn't worked. And we'll be able to uncover why the things you've done before haven't helped you lose weight and keep it off. And then that will give me a better idea of recommendations on what your next best steps might be to lose weight in a really healthy and sustainable way. Because that is what I'm here for. That is my mission in my business. So if you would like to find a time to talk with me, you can go to the link that I will put in the comments. It'll be at ChristinaJohnsonWellness.com/apply. So just go there, answer a few questions to give me a little bit of background information about you, and then you'll be directed to my calendar so that we can find a time to chat. So I hope we get a chance to talk soon and dive more into your specific situation and get my eyes on what's going on for you. So any questions, put them in the comments. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we will talk again soon. Bye.